What's going on, everybody? I'm gonna make a very quick video. I wasn't planning to make the video. A lot of people have been DMing me. Earlier today, I made a live. I did a live because I was planning to do a video, but it was just so juicy and so much information that I had to actually make a video. Most people don't know, Palantir sued the U.S. government. They actually sued the U.S. government in a unlawful procurement act. The first lawsuit, it's more than once. The first lawsuit was in 2016, and lo and behold, they won. The lawsuit was not for them to choose Palantir, okay? The lawsuit was not for the government to choose Palantir. The lawsuit was, there's a law that says, if you can find in the private sector on par or better, let them have the contract. Don't build from within. And if you can find in the private sector on par or better pricing, let them have it. Don't build from within. The U.S. government in early 2010s, before they sued in 2016, they had a system. The system is called DCGSA. And I forgot exactly what the acronym means, but I did a live. You guys can check it out. But essentially, this is what the U.S. military, the U.S. Army uses on the battlefield. And this is something that was used in Afghanistan. And essentially, it's intelligence against our opposition on the battlefield to get the information and be able to use that information in the command center for better field maneuverability. Okay? This was over 10 years ago. So please, mind you. And Palantir sues and they win. What happened is they had a system, the DCGF, I forget the actual letters, but check out my live. The original system took 10 years to build and $3 billion. Then they wanted to upgrade the system. The upgraded system cost the U.S. Army already $2.7 billion. It was supposed to cost $11 billion over the course of 30 years. The problem is, whatever they built was being complained upon in the field, namely in Afghanistan. The U.S. military, the Army, the commands, from the grunts to middle management, right, supervisors, they all said that it doesn't actually work. The system does not work in real time for specific use cases, which means I guess they had a system that kind of works, but it doesn't work fast. Keep that in mind. At the time, Palantir was already working with the U.S. government. Palantir started working with the U.S. government right around when 9/11 happened. However, they were working with all the three-letter agencies, CIA, FBI, all the other agencies. They were actually funded by In-Q-Tel, which is the unofficial, official venture capitalist fund of the United States, okay? Which means that Palantir gets free research and development. Keep that in mind. That's why it's so important. That's why I did the live earlier. At the time, there was another operation, I think it's called Enduring Freedom, where Palantir was kind of working with the military. So a lot of people in Afghanistan already knew about Palantir. And they started asking questions, why not Palantir? We've worked with them in the past. Their systems are really good. At the time, the U.S. Army, and I quote, says, Palantir is not up to task. However, there was a report that was filed in 2012. This is an official report, unclassified, from the U.S. military, where they took a sample size of 100 military men and women, and they evaluated Palantir in Operation Enduring Freedom. I apologize if I'm saying it wrong, but I believe it was Enduring Freedom. I had it better in my live. I just really wanted to get this video out. And when they surveyed these 100 men and women from the military, this is not Adam Bergman is saying this. This is the United States military saying this. They had a 97% approval rating from these people, which means 97% of the people surveyed said, yes, indeed, Palantir allowed them to do their mission better, faster, more successful. 97%. 90% said that Palantir saved them a shit ton of time. Guys, check out the live that I did earlier. I actually show you this. I'm going to be on the live tomorrow with Amit because I told him this is just amazing and I really wanted to show this to people. They even showed people how much time Palantir actually saves you. And all these people were saying Palantir saves us 50% of time, 30% of time. Palantir saves us hours a day. One guy literally said Palantir saves him 1,008 hours throughout the year. It's absolutely absurd. They were all talking about Palantir, how amazing it is. Now, there was some criticisms, which is very, very good. And the criticisms basically said that the maps that Palantir uses is not good. They wish that they had better mapping like Google Earth at the time. They had, Google Maps. And they said that Palantir should update their maps, like a navigation update essentially, with, what are they, like there's a United States geographical unit or something like that. And the funny thing is, think about that. Where do you think Meta Constellation came from? Meta Constellation is literally, they made Meta Constellation because of comments like this. Research and development is happening today, including on the battlefield. You guys don't think it is, but it absolutely is happening right now on the battlefield. Another comment was, we wish that Palantir had more servers throughout the base in this specific base in Afghanistan. And the thing is, where do you think Palantir Edge came from to solve that problem as well? Another criticism, and these are constructive criticisms. They're like, yo, it's amazing, but if we can change something or if we can make something better, we would do this or this, right? Another thing they said is that, you can't control who can enter and remove information, and sometimes that information is incorrect. We wish that somebody would need like approval to change information. Well, think about Palantir AIP demo. Think about our AIP con. That's exactly what they did in artificial intelligence platform, where you can assign roles to certain people. Certain people have access to certain parts of the software of the platform, and other parts you would get a bing or a ping saying, hey, somebody's accessing it, part of your team. Do you want to give them access? So all these criticisms was extremely constructive because Palantir literally built on this. And instead of them using like a Google Maps, or instead of them going to talk to another department, they did everything in-house by making Meta Constellation, by making Edge, by now making Apollo, by now making AIP, which shows you the absolute grit, resilience, and truth of Palantir. One single point of contact. Another criticism was, hey, Palantir is amazing, it saves us a lot of time, but it can't do everything on one platform. We wish that they were able to consolidate and do what we need several softwares to do. Well, that's exactly what they do right now, right? Mind you, this report was in 2012, literally over a decade ago. That's why when Dr. Alex Karp says, hey, we're 5 years ahead, they really are 5 years ahead, and you can't catch up. They're getting paid on the job for research and development. What do you think Ukraine is? Ukraine is a testing ground. You guys can love it, hate it, agree with me, not agree with me. It's a fact. Ukraine currently is a testing ground, research and development, paid for by the government, free research and development, that they're going to then in turn take this research and development being used in the military context and use it in the commercial context, right? This is just what it is. By the way, guys, it's not New York City if you don't have a fire truck, an ambulance, or a police car driving by you while you're doing something. It is what it is. And I'm like, not too far from the hood, but basically all of New York is the hood, basically. So anyways, it is what it is. So there's, and then one of the best thing is they have forward deployed engineers, right? But they call them essentially forward deployed engineers. They had a different name for them, but that's what they are for the military. And they love them. They said, hey, these forward deployed engineers, they came, they were able to talk in context of the military, they were able to teach us the programs, and within several hours, we were already experts using this. So then in the report, again, not my words, their words from the military, they're like, yo, listen, and I spoke to my military people, I don't want to mention their name here, you guys know who you are. And they said, listen, we're trained, and in the report says it too, like we're trained for months on some stupid shit. They're literally saying that within hours they were able to use Palantir because that's how easy it is to learn. Straight up. So you had a 97% approval rating from the military for using Palantir. Palantir was able to get a contract for $838 million, if I'm not mistaken, just south of $1 billion, or actually just south of $850 million, from the U.S. government, from the military, from the army for this specific thing. They said, we will charge you millions, not billions. They were going to do it for 11 billion, 30 years. Palantir literally did it overnight for under $1 billion. And the rest, as we say, is history. Guys, I know it sounds crazy what I'm saying, and it's really without context, but I really want to give you this video. Please, I'm begging you. I had a live around 2 hours ago. Please go watch that live. Or please go tomorrow on Amit's show in the morning, and I'll be there. We'll be able to link this. You have no idea how absolutely powerful it is that I found this article. Very few can sue the U.S. government. Even fewer can win. Even fewer can sue, win, and have a fantastic relationship over a decade long, consistently working. By the way, the first system that they built that took them 10 years, they built it with Raytheon, IBM, Lockheed Martin. The second one, again, it's an internal system, but they helped them. The second system that they built for $2.7 billion that they completely just threw away after Palantir, they were working with Lockheed Martin, they were working with Raytheon, they were working with General Dynamics, Dynasty Dynamics, I forgot the name of them also. Where are all these companies? So they already had the inside track, but Palantir was able to take it away. Could you imagine how absolutely amazing Palantir is? And Palantir is getting no credit. So the moral of the story is, Datadog, Databricks, Snowflake, they all have to acquire companies and build partnerships, while Palantir does not need to acquire companies, does not need to build partnerships. They just need to do exactly what they're doing and build internally, build products internally, build platforms internally, and everything they build for military grade becomes commercial grade in the future, and it's all free. They literally get paid for their research and development, and that is why nobody is going to catch up to Palantir. I'm as bullish as ever after finding this report. Again, it's not me, Adam. It's not Amit talking. It's not Tom talking. It's not Arnie talking. It's not any other of the amazing Palantir community peoples. It is the U.S. military's report talking about. You know what I mean? Like, they're the ones that is co-signing Palantir in a report from 2012. That this report didn't show up until after Palantir sued the military. And then they're like, hold on, we thought you shitted on Palantir, that Palantir was no good. But we have this report showing that Palantir is not only good or satisfactory, they exceed in everything we're looking for. Yeah, guys, Palantir is going to be huge. I am convinced, personally, Palantir is going to be the next trillion-dollar company after Tesla. So you're going to have the Apple, you're going to have the Microsoft, you're going to have the Google, you're going to have the Facebook or Meta, you're going to have the Amazon, you already have NVIDIA, you're going to have Tesla 7, and Palantir, I could see, is going to be maybe not 8th, maybe not 9th, but most certainly one of the first 10 trillion dollar companies. Remember, they're going to hit $1 trillion probably no time before 2030, maybe 2032. But I cannot see them not hit $1 trillion. Thank you very much. Not financial advice, purely entertainment education. I'm not qualified to be a financial advisor, nor would I ever want to give you crybabies financial advice. But yeah, thank you very much. I'll join you tomorrow on Amit's live stream, and I'm extremely bullish on SoFi's earnings tomorrow. Have a great day.